winds drove a wildfire through Malibu, California last night, damaging acres of property and burning down 4 multi-million-dollar mansions, including the home of actress Suzanne Summers. Now, Summers and her husband, they were out of town when the fire hit, but they returned today to survey the wreckage. The actress said, quote, "My nature is to look at the glass half full. I don't have a son or daughter in Iraq. I haven't lost a loved one. We will rebuild, and I truly believe we will learn something great from this experience." Joining us now is Malibu resident Alan Specht, and from the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Scott Ross is with us. Scott, just an update first on two things. Number one, I understand there's still a monitoring going on, so there's not smoldering embers. And secondly, the fire by some has been viewed as potentially suspicious. Do you have an update on that?
Yeah, well, firstly, the embers and everything that's gone on here, there was a large wildfire that rushed through here. So we do have crews on scene that will stay here through the night on fire watch, making sure that we don't have any hot spots that we haven't missed, and everything's 100% cool.
Yeah.
Secondly, in regards to the suspicious nature of this fire, LA County Sheriff's arson investigators were on scene today at daybreak on this, and they have a point of origin, but at this point they are calling this an undetermined cause.
Okay, Alan, look, I lived in California for a period of time. It goes through a lot of different droughts. Things get dry. It was a terrible fire at one point when I was there in Santa Barbara, California, in the Hope Ranch area. We see this almost every year. And then you have, of course, the difficulty when the Santa Ana winds kick up because they're very, very strong. Had this happened before?
Happens every year. Every year they fight the fires. Every year everything is like tinder, ready to explode because of the Santa Ana winds.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's different about this too. In this particular case, it was very sudden for anybody. There's no chance for anybody to do anything here. How close were you to the homes that were burnt?
Well, my home's about a half a mile south. So we were not affected. In fact, we didn't even get smoke because the Santa Ana winds were driving all the smoke and flame and debris out into the ocean.
Yeah. Let me ask...
the exact opposite... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Oh, I was saying that our prevailing winds are normally southwesterly. The Santa Anas come from the east and head for the ocean. So naturally there was no time at all to do anything about these houses.
Hey,
this fire only started about 200 feet
Scott,
from the homes.
You guys are amazing, and we saw, this shows just how difficult your job is. I mean, these fires are huge and raging out of control. You have the obvious fear that you don't want this fire to spread to adjacent or nearby homes. You have a terrible problem with drought out in California. You have these fires every year. Is there anything that can be done to prevent these things from happening, and especially when the winds kick up?
Well, one of our best allies is the residents in doing brush clearance. That's one of the big things that we ask every year, and we're pretty diligent about going around to the residents and making sure that residents are doing a good job of brush clearance. In this case, I don't know if brush clearance really was a factor. As Alan, who spoke here of the high winds yesterday, this is a wind-driven fire that just tore through this neighborhood in a very fast fashion.
Hi, Alan and Scott. It's Kirsten Powers.
Hi.
Is there a better way to respond to these fires, or once it starts, is there just pretty much the way that it was responded to this time is the best way, or is there a way that you could be, if you had more funding for something, or you could respond faster so it doesn't get out of control?
I think the fire department is very, very well organized.
Mm-hmm.
It took practically no time at all to have a couple of hundred firefighters here. There were helicopters here dumping water on the fire within 5 or 10 minutes. So efficiency is not the problem.
Right.
They really function well.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty remarkable to know what a great fire department it is, and how quickly you respond, and then you look at these pictures and it's just completely out of control. I mean, it seems like it just, how does something like this start? We think it could be arson. How would something like that start?
That's a question for me?
Yeah.
In regards to how this fire started, again, it's undetermined. There's several things that could have happened. Carelessness, who knows exactly. The investigators are working on that. The fact of the matter is, and again, Allies being our neighborhood residents, there was some people that stopped into the station and said, hey, we see some fire going on. So we got an early jump on this right away, but with the winds that were going on, this ran through here very quick. We were very fortunate to be able to get as many firefighters as we did here in as fast a fashion as we did. We had red flag alert from the National Weather Service, so we did have augmented staffing. We had a strike team in the area that was able to respond, and we were able to put a lot of firefighters on this fire.
Scott, thanks for all you do, and for all the guys in the LA Fire Department. You guys did a great job, and we wish everybody quick in their rebuild, including Suzanne Summers, who's been a friend of the show and been on the program.